For how long I have known Polymarket is, I always have thought about it as an insider training betting app. Because majority of the time, whatever happening is there, that it is not betting on a chance, it is betting that something will happen. And time again, it has always been true. Like recently, a police investigation has happened on a Polymarket wedded bet where a man won 34k dollars. $34,000 he won because he was correct on weather betting. I am first time hearing about betting on weather. And the funny part is, in the investigation there is a chance that that guy manipulated the weather satellite, or more specifically weather station. Now this temperature rise was for the Paris place, and the data that the Polymarket collected was from Charles de Gaulle, sorry for my pronunciation, but Charles de Gaulle airport. And there is a tower through which the temperature can be monitored, because airport require the how much temperature is there around that area to determine whether a flight can land or not. So yeah, from there they get the data. Polymarket gets the data for the temperature, and anyone can manipulate that. And on April 6th and April 15th, the peak recorded temperature exceeded the expectation, because according to them, there was a reading of 21 degrees Celsius at 7 p.m. and 22 degrees Celsius at 9:30 p.m. And the usual days are 18 degrees Celsius. So a jump like that is not normal, at least not in Paris. And one of the people won, I mean, a lot of people did won, like a total of $34,000 was won in this bet, but one person particularly won $21,000. And now this guy was the reason why there was a huge spike in temperature, because he had gone out of his way to that temperature tower and hair dried it. He bloody used a hair dryer to increase the temperature around that tower and won the bet. Now there has been a video surfacing about it like this. But from looking at this video, I do feel like this is AI generated. I mean, I don't know what is the reason, but I have a feeling that this is AI generated. And yeah, the situation of a guy, hair drying the tower to increase chance of getting the bet is true, but the video is AI in my opinion, because I cannot explain it, but the movement of this guy and all that, it feels like AI. But the situation is true that there was a guy who air dried the tower to increase the temperature. And this is not the first time that some manipulation has happened in Polymarket. And there have been many other quote unquote similar to Polymarket where situations such as this has happened. Like 5 years ago, there was a bet done by a guy that a pink swimsuit wearing guy would run into the football field, and turns out that the guy who ran into with a pink swimsuit was the guy who bet it. And this was the video.
Second down, 20, 5:03 to go. Someone has run on the field. Some guy with a bra. And now he's not being chased. He's running down the middle, the 40. Arms in the air in a victory salute. He's pulling down his pants. Put up your pants, my man. Pull up those pants. He's being chased to the 30. He breaks a tackle from a security guard. The 20, down the middle, the 10, the 5. He slides at the 1, and they converge on him at the goal line. Pull up your pants, take off the bra, and be a man.
And recently also, like when the Venezuelan president was, captured, there was a bet about him getting captured. And turns out The guy who bet on the Venezuelan president getting arrested was the same guy who is handling it. One of the guys who are handling it. So all of this Polymarket or book market, whatever, they all have some factor that someone could manipulate, and there is no quote unquote luck or chance. A huge number of times there are just people who are outright manipulating or have an inside trade, inside knowledge about things. So this is not even fair. So I don't know why people do even play it. Even if they know that this is manipulated, they still play it. So yeah, there is that. But yeah, that's all. Bye.